make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women are... just like the booze.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Oh my. Come on!
Oh, hey, thanks for getting Bill Ronte fixed. Now.
I'm not just talking about the gamma radiation. Whoops, better put on my newsman.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping.
Refugees at Bitter Springs are getting startling accounts of the legend known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. When refugees told us the legend took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of his house. The legend then ordered 8 citizens of his own force be killed by the other 9 citizens. And you thought your boss was paid. Also, as a headline, patrons of the Ultralux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its waitlist. Those who claim to have died at the restaurant fund found appealing would say many tables remain empty. That news was brought to you by the top family novel. You'll dig us, baby. We're the tops. And now, like Nat King Cole, I guess what really matters was, allow me to tell there was no tomorrow, because in New Vegas,
Man, Jacob, if you... I only offer services if the king gives the okay. Impress him. How's it going, friend?
Hey, you're the one who's been going... I heard about some things you've done around...
Hey.
I help you?
At least the Legion knows what they're fighting for. When are you gonna figure it out? Oh, hell. What is it now? Man, it's my life. I joined up when I was 16. I don't know how to do anything else. Yeah, well, I didn't want to get promoted out of the field. I didn't join up to drive a desk. I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the day, this camp was the hotspot for conflicts with the Legion, Raider tribes, you name it. These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline into the soldiers under my command. They've gotten soft with no action. Mostly drill the troops, try to keep the discipline up and combat readiness high. It's not the easiest job in the world. Soldiers without a mission get bored very easily. Still, with the Legion just across the river, we have to be ready. Disappointed. We call them the Misfits for a reason. They're undisciplined, lazy, and they have absolutely no esprit de corps. The squad leader's got some promise, kid named Mags. But as for the rest, I don't see much hope. I'm going to make them shape up if it kills me, though. Or them, for that matter. You're welcome to try. Hell, maybe they'll listen to somebody they don't see as an authority figure. Yeah, whatever.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
I'm assuming you aren't associated with the Army or the Rangers. What can I do for you? To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone and failure, I'll have all the money I could ever need. It's a simple idea. The Army offers fiscal security and generous benefits at the cost of substantial personal risk, if you're on the front line. If you perform too poorly, they'll scrub you out. Perform too well, and you get sent to the front lines. All I have to do is ride that mediocrity gradient to a cushy, do-nothing job miles away from the war. In a strictly official capacity, no. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me. Genius is seldom appreciated in its own time. That seems highly illogical. What reason would he have for doing that? This is an unexpected variable. I had hoped to coast on an easy wave of mediocrity to a cushy government pension. Your insults are both unhelpful and unwanted. I'll thank you to keep them to yourself. And what do you propose? As you wish. I'm sure the optimal solution will become apparent to you in time.
Man, the brass is gonna be thrilled that you're here. I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get. Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything. Yeah, I mean, no, they're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They don't have any ambition, no drive. They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me. Please. Camp Golf is where they shuffle off anybody they don't want anymore. Assignment here is a career ender. Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers. Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it? He did, huh? Well, good luck with that. You'd have an easier time teaching rad roaches to march in formation. Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to get this whole squad out on the practice range. Shape up our marksmanship and explosive skill. I'm sure the others have their own ideas, though. Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them started, but these guys are pretty lazy. I doubt they'll want to be pulled in different directions. Okay.
Wish I had a first...
Shit, look who it is, the crazy one. What up? Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, in the Boneyard. Heard of it? Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know? I joined up to get out. My family's still back there. We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's a smart-ass prick. Well, Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig? Whatever. Not like I need any of them. I do just fine on my own. Shit, man, it was this or the Fiends. And Fiends don't last too long in the NCR. At least this way, the badasses with the top shelf guns are on my side. What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich bastard resort back before the war. Now the Rangers use the old resort and we grunts get to live in tents. Fucking typical. Yo, I'll tell you what this squad needs. A healthy dose of angry juice. Psycho, the big red one. I used to run with the Fiends. I still got the hookups. Smuggle some in and you'll see an improvement. Whatever.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
Howdy. You gonna be mean or nice this time? I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest and the strongest, so you mind yourself. Every day she told me that. They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard life. Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my 2 sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas. Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by them Legion fellers. Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so's my sisters could eat, and so's we wouldn't all be killed by raiders, and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though. To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. A little more basic human niceness. That's right. Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other. That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. So maybe you ought to think about it first. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am. Whatever. Hello.
Man, the brass is gonna be thrilled. Yeah, what about it? I told you we need marksmanship and explosive handling improvements. Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them started, but these guys are pretty lazy. You're the boss. Okay, everybody's lined up and ready to go. Any suggestions? You heard the man, people. Get focused. I've got the one at 11 o'clock. Raz, O'Hanrahan, take the 2 on the right. I'm really not sure. That was some.
Hey.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Man, the brass is good. It really, really didn't. Okay, if...
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
Fine by me.
Morning.
Welcome to the 188 Slop and...
I've still got guns and ammo. Hello. Back for more? Pleasure doing.
the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? Ah, shit. Shit, man. I need this. Gotta pay the bills. And I'm addicted to a lot of different kinds of chems. I mean a lot. Aw, man. How am I supposed to buy chems? Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control. What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good. Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be? It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard. Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying? No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day. There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you? Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran. Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on.
Hello.
Identify yourself. Law? Abiding citizens have nothing to fear. With search protocol. Today's a hell of a day to die coming.
Keep looking.
This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol.
Keep looking.
Please step into the open and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens have nothing to fear. Please step into the open and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens have nothing to fear. This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol. This area clear. Proceed. With scanning or hostiles. This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol.
Hey, you're the one who's been go-
Hi. If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's. We've got stuff we're not...
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
Hello there.
Personal space meaning anything to you, lady?
All right. I'll see you later. Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, I got Rex here from a salvager a few years ago. He was a little dinged up when I got him, but one of the followers fixed him right up. He's been acting peculiar for some time now. I took him to the followers and had him checked out, and they said his brain is bad or something. No, they said they don't have the tools to... For now, but they said eventually he's gonna get worse. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe. If you found a way to help my poor Rex here, I'd be much obliged. Your best bet will be to talk to Julie Farkas over at the old Mormon fort north of here.
Hi.
Personal space meaning anything to you, guy?
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Hey, good to see you. Rex? And break... Yes, a few months ago. No, Rex's condition is way beyond anything we can handle. I didn't say that. While no one here has that there's an old scientist named Dr. Henry, who reportedly specializes in... Last I heard, he was living up in...
Howdy. Still...
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and...
The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
You looking to buy some supplies? You looking to buy some supplies?
Want to get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
You want someone dead? Really dead? Stop by the Silver Rush and we'll... What's up?
Evening.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. She said, what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there. I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables, maybe knocking out one of her doctors. Anyway, that's incredible news. Only thing is, there's too much going on around here for me to make a trip like that. And I need all of my guys just to keep things settled here. You seem to be awfully interested in my boy Rex here. You promised to get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one, and he's off like a shot after him. He's normally pretty obedient, but you might have to chase him some if he goes after one of the little varmints. Second, he doesn't like hats, or the people wearing them. Don't ask. I have no idea why. Maybe because it rhymes with rats. That should be it, though. Other than the occasional bad spot when his brain starts hurting him, that is. But I'm hoping you'll see to that. I wish you both luck. Rex, this is your new master. Protect him as you would me.
Eat this. Eat this. can't run from me. Eat this.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story. Kaisar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Kaisar, not Kaisar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it. They expand, fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it, eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start. Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town. Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well. Doc's inside the lodge.
Better watch out. Lily's been babbling about her grandkids and that. Another human. One was enough.
I assume this is about something important? You're interrupting my research. It's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living brain for so long, so you'll need to find a replacement. I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak, Gibson. I remember her living with a pack of hounds. Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight alongside dogs. There could be viable specimens among them, if you can get to them. The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet. Because Marcus asked me to, and because it's a reason for me to get up in the morning. I'd like to get one more grand accomplishment done. The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer, but for some reason it has pronounced negative effects on the user. However, these pronounced effects will allow me to pinpoint exactly what parts of the brain they're affecting. Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test on a live subject, and Marcus has encouraged me to investigate the Night Stalker mutation first. I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the super mutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks and would enjoy a little revenge. I've compared the brain chemistry of a Nightkin to one of the local Night Stalkers we killed. They both exhibit similar neurochemical changes. Now, I'm not claiming that Night Stalkers are running around wearing stealth boys, mind you. I just don't think it's all a coincidence. It's possible, but I've yet to see any hard evidence or hear of any case. Its negative effects are more pronounced on Nightkin. Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave. Cyberdogs and the like. It's not a field I work in much anymore. Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye, so I left. It was the right decision, since the Enclave's oil rig was destroyed not long after. If we must. I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things safe and quiet.
Huh. I'd heard there were new people in town, but I thought it was more super mutants. Nice to meet ya. Thank you. Change names and jobs every decade or so just to keep things interesting. I've never really done much science stuff till now. I'm pretty good at it. Most of the time, I'm Dr. Henry's research assistant. I'm also handy with tools, and once in a while I venture down into the valley to trade the bighorner hides and meat for supplies. Another set. Bye.
Better watch.
What is it? All right. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while.
No. Lily's been babbling about her grandkids again. Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! Ooh,
Those Night Stalkers always killing my big horners. It'll be nice to give them a piece of my mind.
Got a problem. Could use your help. Been having trouble with NCR mercs harassing the town, and they just showed up again. Killing our bighorners, shooting at the lodge, that sort of thing. It's getting hard to keep people from retaliating. Guess I can't say for sure if they're NCR. Whoever they are, they want us dead or gone. Not looking to fight. That'll give NCR an excuse to come up here and wipe us out. You're human. They might be willing to listen to what you have to say. Maybe. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving. Thank
Need to tighten up my vices again.
Our business is with the muties, not you. I've always known when to fight and when to back down, and it seems to me I ought to back down this time. My men and I are leaving. You won't see us around here again.
Damn muties. Wasteland is better off without them. Wish the muties would make a move. Getting sick of waiting.
Dr. Henry's pretty smart.
Something on your mind? Good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not gonna get it from us. Smart, charismatic, a hell of a mean streak. Doesn't care for humans, prefers fighting them to talking. He's got a lot of pull with Nightkin, though. He talks, they listen. Was hoping he could draw the Nightkin to Jacobstown. Keen is saner than most, but I know he's thinking of going his own way again. He's aggressive, impatient, can't stand sitting around. That happens, there's a good chance other Nightkin will follow. It'll make it hard to get a cure to them. Worse, if Keen and the Nightkin tear up the Mojave hunting for stealth boys, people are gonna get killed. Most humans can't tell the difference between mutants. Might come here looking for payback. Because of a promise, one I haven't been able to keep. The Nightkin all suffer from schizophrenia. It's the stealth boys they use, or used to use. Nightkin have a hard time being seen like normal folks. Can't stand it. A few already left to try and find more stealth boys. Miserable situation. They either stay here and suffer, or dig up stealth boys and lose their minds. Not much of a choice. That's like saying Caesar and Kimball would listen to each other. Nightkin don't have a lot of trust for others, mutants included. All right.
days. People are all gone now. Stop acting so rambunctious, you naughty children!
So the Reds finally hit us, just like I always said they would. Vegas is still there as far as I know, but that probably won't last long. Didn't get accepted into one of the vaults, so I did the next best thing and had this place built. Got massive debts, but who cares now? That's every man for himself now. Had to take care of the Paulson boy since he knew about this place. These supplies are for me and nobody else. There's a woman and her daughter up in one of the rooms of the lodge. Might go pay him a visit tomorrow. The man's got needs.
Grandma's got a present for you.
Is there something else I can do for you? There's still power, but the casing is cracked. I'm astonished that exposure to the stealth radiation could induce mutations so rapidly. More importantly, this explains why my research into this group of Night Stalkers hasn't come up with a cure for the Nightkin. There's only one avenue left for me. I need to run the Mark II test on Lily. It's the only way. Possibly immediate and permanent metal damage. There's a reason the Stealth Boy Mark IIs never got beyond the prototypes. Lily already has a pre-existing condition, and the experiment will likely make things worse for her. Lily is eccentric, certainly, but I've never felt she was dangerous. More importantly, she asked if... I've told her about the risks, and she's still in...
How Of course, dearie. I know it's dangerous, but it'll all turn out for the best.
Howdy. The equipment is hooked up and ready. Very well. Please stand back. All right, power on the stealth boy, Lily.
Turning it on. Feels strange. Strange, but good.
Interesting. Try thinking aggressive thoughts now. Think about smashing a rad scorpion.
Lower smash! Yeah!
How are those readings looking, Calamity?
Stealth field is unstable and scrambling things. The reading says gamma wave activity is 0. But that can't possibly be right. Gamma wave activity is 0. That can't be right. It must be a result of the interference.
All right, we're done here. Go ahead and power the stealth boy down, Lily.
Oh, I liked having it on.
I'll get back to you on that in a moment, once I've analyzed the results. Uh-oh.
Well, well, congratulations on getting the Mark II prototype functional, Doctor. Now, just hand it over, and we'll be on our way. My request is perfectly reasonable. Give us the stealth boy specs, and there will be no need for us to splatter the room with your insides. There are caches of stealth boys out there. With the Mark II in hand, it shouldn't be difficult to upgrade every one of them.
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women are just like the booze.
You want someone dead? Really dead? Stop by the Silver Rush and we'll give you the means. You look new to Freeside, so here's a little... Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter. The name's Old Ben. I've done a bit of everything around. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town with... Watch out! Come to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
Hey.
Hello there.
Shooting him too.
What are the kings doing to shooting the horse? What are you doing, king? Oh. Looks like they resolved their issue. Go get some capsules, go.
Hell yeah, you gotta get them caps, baby.
Yep, gotta get inside the strip. I got a bunch of stuff in there that I need to get.
Damn, it's good to see another ghoul around, though. Unless I'm tripping.
It is nice seeing a rough face around here.
Hell yeah, everybody's out here looking too pretty, you know? I don't like it.
It's very true. We got a nice little game going on. Some ghouls. We got some ghouls that are ghouls. Got a new radio show. Our guest
Ah, no shit. Radio host, huh?
Here, I'll shoot you an invite. Take it or leave it. You can sit with it or reject it later. If you want to think about it, go for it.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that. I'll sleep on it.
There you go.
Hell yeah, what's the MO, man? What do you guys do?
We like to figure out what's going on in the multiplayer world of New Vegas. Factions, their opinions on ghoul rights. You know, anything that you can think of. Who their enemies are, who our enemies are. So far, we don't have any enemies unless they call me a fucking zombie again, then I'll kill them.
Oh yeah, we ain't doing that shit, man. We ain't doing that shit. Yeah, it was a struggle enough just trying to get in the free side, but you know, everybody around here is pretty cool.
So far, most people have been nice. I've only been murdered a few times. But, you know, us ghouls, we just get right back up. They don't ever realize it.
Exactly, exactly. Shit, where you headed? You said you were going to the strip?
I'm trying to get back into the strip. I got somebody waiting on me in there. I just gotta sell something and get a couple caps to get in.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, no, I still haven't got my pass yet. I'm actually helping the king with his dog right now.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one to do. Rex is a good dog. It's a good one.
Yeah, get my name out, you know, get a little favor going.
Well, I'll see you around.
Hell yeah, good luck out there, my friend.
You too.
Where the fuck was I going? See, they're at it again. Hold on, why the fuck was his voice so low, though? Receive volume. Turn that up a bit. Hopefully that helps. I don't know if y'all heard, but that was another dude. I gotta go back to fucking Vault 22.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But wait up. Now look here. She wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those people to the vault. I've never seen his face so red and twitchy. Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the caps I promised. Thanks again.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Oh. The Office of Science and Industry. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our... Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say... No. I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have. Williams is an admirable researcher. If she wasn't, I'd have terminated her contract, and she'd be begging for work from my former employers. Williams has a tendency to feel before she thinks, not in the lab, but everywhere else. That might be forgivable if she kept her concerns to herself, but she doesn't. Not in front of her peers, not even with contractors like yourself. That kind of behavior can undermine morale. She convinced my last contractor to quit. Same way she tried with you. Probably didn't tell you that, did she? No. The OSI hasn't been around for very long. Before the bombs, I might have studied at any number of colleges, universities. They gave a man a chance to advance himself, or so I've heard. But after the bombs, until a few years ago, anyone with half a brain had one choice: the followers of the apocalypse. Didn't matter if you agreed with them or not. You either played along or you were turned away. Knowledge for knowledge's sake, a society of equals. They purport to be intelligent people, and then they spout this old-world dogma. Exactly right. Imagine what the followers could have accomplished if they were properly motivated, if they had a unified purpose. Those of us who founded the OSI, we wanted to put our knowledge to work, and we have to some degree. But the execs at OSI Central, they're still bound to the old ideas, society of equals and all that. There's still too little direction. If I can make real breakthroughs here, show the President what can be done when junior researchers are kept in line, kept focused on task. Who knows? Maybe I'll be sitting in OSI Central in a few years' time, and there'll be no more coddling of free spirits like our friend Williams. To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have. Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. It'll take a moment to decode on my terminal. Didn't I? Did you encounter undue difficulties? Clearly not, or you wouldn't be standing here, would you? All that matters is whether the data is intact. I think Williams' decryption algorithms seem to be working. Yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. This will make the board of directors finally sit up and take notice. Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum payable upon delivery of the data. You've more than done your part. You want to renegotiate your contract? I realize that one's word counts for little in the wasteland, but amongst civilized people, one doesn't just demand more than one has agreed to.
You're saying that I didn't file the proper paperwork, is that it? I suppose you're an expert on NCR procedures? All right, fair enough. No need to bring the military into this matter. It's between the two of us, after all. Here, take these caps. That's all of my contracting budget, and it's yours. Now, I've got to get back to work. I'm sure you understand. Exit's over there. You can show yourself out.